Hi, my YouTube friend. How are you doing? I hope you're having an amazing day. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, give it a thumbs up, activate the notification bell so you know anytime a video comes out. I hope you really enjoy it. I have a really good news for you. This life, even if it doesn't look like, this life is a dream. You're dreaming. Do you know that you're dreaming? You're just living a human experience for a short time compared to the eternal being that you are that doesn't die. But you're living this reincarnation through your senses, through your body. So it's kind of like a dream. It's a dream of consciousness, it's a dream of oneness, it's a dream of the all. It's a dream of you, that you are a fractal of the universe. You are God energy, you are God consciousness, you are source. You are an eternal being having an experience here on planet Earth. So the dream is unconscious most of the time. But if you had a spiritual awakening, you can make your dream conscious and be consciously awake. And you can also discover that this reality that looks so solid and so impossible to escape is just a reflection of your inner world. You're the cause and the world is the effect. Of course, they don't teach us that in the education centers or in regular society. They want the asleep human, the human that doesn't know this is a dream. And if it's like a dream, it can be changed any second. The sleep human lives on duality, separation, lives through the mind, through the lower self, the ego, the beta waves, the survival mode. Is just reacting and responding through the personal mind and the personal heart to what is appearing in front of the five senses. So it just relies on the Newtonian reality, right? The laws of Earth, like the apple falls from the tree, regular physics, how much time do I take to take a flight from Montevideo, Uruguay to Japan, Tokyo, Japan, right? That's the way that we operate here, in linear time. That's Newtonian physics, that's time. But time is an illusion, it was created, and we experience time through the mind because the mind is linear. The mind cannot get out of time. So the body can also get out of time. That's the rules that we're playing here. The body also has a day that is being born, has a day that is gonna die. We don't know how. If we live like a normal life with nothing happening, when we get old, the body starts getting wasted, we start getting sick, whatever it is. The body is mortal, right? So the mind is mortal too. When you die, you don't die. When the human dies, the mind dies too. So that's why the mind is always talking and talking and talking and talking and going in circles, because it's preparing from the next life. And it doesn't even know where it's gonna reincarnate, or if it's gonna reincarnate at all. That's why it doesn't stop, because it knows it has limited time, because it operates on time. The body, we cannot deny, it has to die someday too. So it's gonna start decaying, it's gonna start aging. So that's part of this human experience. Getting old, being young, being in the middle life, getting older, all these seasons of life, right? That we play here. But that's natural for the human species. What I mean by the asleep human is a human that just believes in what it sees, in what everybody tells them, follows the masses, follows a leader, goes to a place to pray for God's source that is actually inside of themselves, but they don't know that. They made us believe that higher powers like religions, through religions and all that, are powers that are just reached by praying, by going to a certain place. We have to go to school, right? It's like a school. Like we have to confess, we have to say sorry, Father, for whatever happened, or I don't know. It's like systemic, right? We don't even realize we do it on autopilot, not realizing that the world is created by our consciousness. We just believe when we're asleep that the world is watching the news, getting educated, that's perfect. You need to be educated somehow. We believe in that just the material stuff or the stuff outside of us is gonna fulfill us. That's why the mind is always seeking. That's an illusion. The personal identity never stops seeking. It has the illusion of the past, a present that is probably never kind of in the present, or making a plan about the future. It could be a good one, or just predicting how horrible it's gonna be, right? So just start awakening and go inside. Realize that this physical reality is just a mirror, manifestation of the real world, of the world of the energy, of the world of source, of the cosmic field, of the universe. It's just a reflection. It's just a reflection of your own being, of your own reality. What's going inside of you is just reflected on the outside. What you believe, what you assume, your conditionings, your fears, your traumas, your samskaras. They could be good samskaras, like I fell in love with a person 5 years ago. I'm still waiting for them. Sorry, that was my alarm that is kind of broken. So yeah, that's a good samskara. But it's a samskara, so it doesn't leave us alone. It doesn't leave us continue going into realization, into self-love, into being independent, and actually one day finding the person that is the good match for us. But you don't need nobody to fulfill you because you're already whole and complete. That's the realization of the new earth. The new earth doesn't operate in duality. The new earth operates on consciousness, of non-duality, on awareness, observing the observer, being aware of what you have inside, what is going on in my mind, what is going on in my personal heart, what I'm still holding on to that is not letting me achieve my goals. What is the mind making stuff up all the time? Why do I go to sleep and I dream with horrible things? That's the ego. That's a way that we created as a mechanism of defense of the lower self, like the reptilian brain that lives in fear, right? Fear, guilt, pride, whatever it is, depression, anxiety, sadness, shame. That's the asleep human. Comparing ourselves to others, there's actually no other, we are all the same. There's nothing wrong with no talking, guys. Language is duality, language is separation, but we need to use it to navigate and to communicate, right? So, life is a dream. Are you lucid in your dream? Are you asleep? Do you follow the tendency of the collective? Or are you getting away from the collective unconsciousness, the shadow, the matrix? It's your time to break free from that. How you do that? You close your eyes. Stop paying attention to the external reality. I told you, just a mirror of the real reality with capital R. You go inside your heart and you listen in silence to the wisdom of your heart, to the wisdom of your cosmic self. You're not separate from anything. You're already whole and complete. Don't follow the mind suggestions that tells you, no, you need to get that car. You need to have a mansion with a pool. And you have to have a lot of employees working for you. A lot of maids. That's success. Expensive clothes. Thousands of followers on social media. That's success. Being pretty. That's not the way it works, actually. That's just being still asleep, guys. judging people by their countries, by their ethnicity, putting everybody on a box, classifying. That's all separation. Even a soccer game is separation. We are all the same. There's not a loser, there's not a winner. The only one that wins, that the Buddha will say, is the one that was able to fight him or herself. The one that was not victorious but fighting 200 men on a battle, but the one that was able to fight his ego to make it disappear. That's the only victorious one. So get out of your ego, go into your heart, go into union, unity consciousness, and just be. Can you just be, guys? Can you just be? At least for 20 minutes. Can you make your mind shut the fuck up? Can you stop taking everything personal and living from the impersonal presence? Nothing is personal, just for the persona, for the person, for the personal identity, the entity, okay? You're not an entity. You're not a robot. You don't want to be an autopilot, not even realizing what you're doing. Just going everywhere, crazy, but you don't know what you're doing. You're not doing nothing. You're just running around, crazy. Do you want to live like that? Do you want to be chasing all the time? Things, people. Did that work? Do you feel happier? Did something change? That's not the answer. Of course, those things are beautiful to experience, but they are beautiful to experience when you know that you don't depend on that. When you know who you are, when you know that you depend on your consciousness, when you have reached that secret and sacred place that is inside of you, that is your soul. But you had to get out of the noise of the mind and the movements and the reactive energies that are inside your personal heart. You have to be able to live the personal self. Even when you sit through meditation, the mind goes crazy, starts distracting you. You cannot meditate, it tells you. I cannot do this. You start thinking, you get lost in a thought. Even if you're reading a book, you're not even reading the book, you're lost in a thought. You already went through 5 pages of the book. You realize you are not reading. You don't have attention. The attention is trained by the consciousness. But if we are always begging on the outside, on the social media, on the external validation, on the mental judgments, why she didn't say hello to me today and yesterday she told me her whole life? What is going on with me? It's because I'm not good enough. That's what we do, right? Why this person has so much money and I don't? Why they are so much taller than me? I wish I could be like them. No, you don't need to be like anybody else. We don't need more copies. Everybody is starting to look the same, like clones. You want to be authentic. You want to shine in the authenticity of your being. And that's what you want to give. You don't want to be like all these celebrities on TV. You don't need that. You just need to be yourself. That's actually what I discovered in my first little spiritual awakening when I was 14 years old. I am myself, and everybody wanted to be by my side. So magnetic. Stop begging the external reality. Stop begging separation. Stop feeding separation. Go right now into union. Go right now and meditate. Enjoy the sun. Enjoy the nature. Go for a hike. Go for a swim. Go and swim in the ocean. Feel grateful for this experience, because we come here to learn that we are an immortal being having a human experience. And we also come here to learn how to unlearn all the wrong stuff to get out of the matrix. So are you still in the matrix? Or are you in the new earth? Are you in your mind? Are you a slave to your mind and your emotions? Or are you operating for your higher state of consciousness, your heart, that has all the answers? There's no answers, there's no questions. Just enjoy the presence of your soul. I send you all my love and light. Namaste.